So we'll start with a slip stitch and make our chains. That will be base chain. I'm making a mini bag. A mini bag is just a model of the big bag. So you have to make your chains as long as how wide you want the base of your bag to be. Not the 10 I'm making or 11. So you have to make it as wide as you want the base of your bag to be. This is the wool I'm using. Then when you are done with the base of the bag, you have to add 2 extra chains. So you yarn over and then you insert your hook in the 3rd chain because you're making double crochet. So you insert it in the middle of that hole there, picking up 2 loops so that you have 2 on the upside. So you insert it there, not 1, because if you make it 1 it will lose easily. So you pick up 2, and you know, if you look like that's how yours will look like, not the other side. So yarn over, you insert into that midpoint, pull up a loop. You have 3 now. Then you yarn over, pull through 2 only, then yarn over and pull through the rest. That's how we make our double crochet for my introduction class. So we yarn over and do the same thing in the next chain. You insert in the middle so that you have 2, you pick up a loop, then you have 3, pass through 2, yarn over again and pull through the other 2. So I've made 2 double crochets. So we keep repeating that till you get to the end of this particular chain or this particular row. This is our first row, other chain of the foundation. So we keep repeating this, yarn over, insert into the chain, pull up a loop, yarn over again, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through again. That's what you keep doing. That is your double crochet. At the end we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 double crochet plus that first 2 chain. So we'll continue, we'll be going around because we're making a flat tote bag. So we'll go around to the other side. Insert into this other half. This other half that was remaining from when we started in the beginning. You'll notice we are putting in the middle, so the other part that was remaining, that's what we'll be working into now. So when you insert there, you pull up a loop, you yarn over, pull through 2, then yarn over again and pull through. That is your double crochet. So we'll be doing this for the remaining 8 loops. You insert, you pull up a loop. Remember, it's the other half we are working into. The other half that was remaining, that is what you are working into now. Because you are making a tote bag. A tote bag is meant to be flat, so it doesn't have a base. after first 2 chains we made, that's extra 2 chain. You leave the first one at the bottom, you go to the second one at the top. At the top side, so you insert your hook. Insert it here. You can start from the other side if your hook is finding it difficult. You just turn your hook to pull up a loop, then you pull through. No yarn over, that is a slip stitch. That's what you just put it on. Insert the second one at the top. And then insert it. Put it into that second loop. Pull up a loop. You pull it again. I call it slip stitch. You have closed your one. So that is the end of this row. Now I want to be working on my good side. This is the outside, this is the inside. Since my inside is the neater part, I turned it out so that I can be looking at it while working. You can do the same thing for your own. So you just pull the inside where you are facing, pull it out. The one that you're working, the one that you're looking at, pull it out so that it's easier for you to work. Then you move on to the next row. Insert the hook into the next chain, pull up a loop this way, then you pull through the other one. You're making a slip stitch again. This is so I will not be having spaces in our work, so you chain 2 for height because I'm working in double in crochet. So you yarn over, put into the next chain, make your double crochet and keep on moving like that. And keep making that. We'll keep doing this folding till you get to the particular height that you want it to be. Okay, so you yarn over, insert your hook into the next chain, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, then pull through 2 again. That's what you keep doing. Okay, I'll see you at the end of this row. At the end of the second row, you insert into the second chain, that is the top of the second chain, yarn over, pull through, you make a slip stitch and then pull through again. That's all. You see that there is no much spaces at this side, but if you just do normally, like you make 2 chains and you do double crochet around, you will start noticing that there is now gaps at the wall of what you are making, at the wall of your tote bag. So that is why whenever I want to start a new row, you don't just jump into making the double crochets. You repeat what we did before. Insert the hook into the next chain. You will insert it there and pull up a loop to make a slip stitch. And you make 2 chains and your double crochet into the next. You keep doing this round and round and round. So I'll see you at the end of the third row. So we insert the hook into the second chain of when we started, and you make a slip stitch. As I told you, you notice no much spaces in between. Spaces are not more than normal, and you notice your starting point is now having a slant form. But don't worry, just keep doing your work. So you keep doing this. What you have been doing before, you do it again. Make a slip stitch into the next row. Chain 2, then do a double crochet all around that row, then slip stitch at the end. You do it for the 4th, 5th, so as many rows as you have to work on to get to the height that you want to do. If it's 20 cm, make sure you have a measuring tape at your side so you will get to that particular height. If you don't have a measuring tape, you can have the bag that you want to copy. And this is the height I'm going to stop at. So we'll be making a slip stitch all around this row to tighten the top of the bag. No reason other than that. So it won't slack time. So we're making a slip stitch all around. You insert your hook, you pull up a loop and pull through again. That's what we're doing around. It's not that hard. You insert, yarn over, pull and pull through, insert, yarn over, pull and then pull through. Keep repeating that. See, it's already forming a love pattern around the top. Just so it won't slack over time, it's going to add and toughen or keep the edges in check. Now to make the handle, you go to the end. Okay, mine happen to stop at the end. If yours does not stop, you cut it and then go to the end of the bag and just make your first chains. You chain to as many as you want. For this one, I think I'm making about 15 chains or 20. Remember, I said before, it's a sample. We are learning how to crochet here. It's not the exact patterns I'm giving. I'm teaching you how to crochet. So you use these samples to work on your own. So for this small bag, I will just make a short hand length. You can measure your normal tote bag in your room to know the height you're working with. So this is the height I'm working with at first. So I will insert my hook at the end of the other bag, not at the very end. Not at the very end. Just maybe about 1 or 2 chains into the bag. Just give it a little space. That is the best way to do your bag, of course. So you insert, you pull it up, and then you pull through. It's just a slip stitch you'll be doing this time around, because we want our bag not to be too thin. We want the handle to be hard and strong. So we'll be doing a slip stitch back to the other end. So now for this particular part, we'll go to the second one, not the first one that we had with. We'll go to the second one, insert the hook, pull up a loop, just the way you do your slip stitch, and then pull through. That's what we'll be doing now. You insert the hook again into the next one, you pull up a loop and pull through. You keep doing this to the very end. Remember, you're inserting to the middle, not to the, you're not taking the whole thing, you're inserting the middle of the chains, and you're taking up about 2 of them. You know it's 3, so you take up about 2. You keep inserting, you pull up a loop, then you pull through. You do this to the very end, or the other end of the handle. So we'll walk back again, slip stitch. Hand is still thin, and after time it will be hurting the arm, so we want to make it a bit fatter. You go into the chain at the bottom, you just insert into that behind it, you pull up. Just try to adjust your yarn into a comfortable position while you work on this ends. The ends is going to be a bit tricky, but if you just relax, you'll be able to get it right. So at the bottom part of it, you insert there, you pull it up. So we have done the other one. Now we have to work our way back again on this same handle using the same slip stitch. So you insert into the next chain on the main bag. This is so that the handle will wrap properly. It's the very main bag. So you insert there and you make a slip stitch. Then you go to the second chain. Yes, not the first. Insert there, and then you start making a slip stitch back to the other end. You now notice that your bag is getting wider. The bag handle is getting wider while it's also hard, like it's tough. It's not all too flexible, and looking like something that easily cut, you can't slack over time because of this pattern. That is one thing I like about this using a slip stitch. It won't easily slack with time. The tension will remain the same over time. Even if it is to slack, it's not going to slack as bad as when you make only a chain. And so I've seen some people do just make the chain, straight line chain, and go to the other end, and that's all. Before you know it, with time the bag handle will cut. But this will keep it keep the tension the same for as long as you are using it, no matter how many times you wash it. So at the end, you insert into the slip stitch on the body of the bag. You use the hook or the crochet pin to insert it into any of them. The closest is better. Then you make a slip stitch there. See, the first handle is done. This is how wide I want to go for mine. So you can just cut your yarn at this point. I'm not going to cut mine because I'm still going to use it. So you can just cut yours, and you can either burn it or you hide in the edges inside the bag. Just hide the end of the yarn. Find a way to make sure it's not showing that much, so it's even and it's neat. That is what it is. I'll just tie this end and move on to the other part. Now we'll be repeating what we did on the other side of the bag. So we will inserting at the end of the bag, not the very end as I said before, not the very end, just somewhere close to the end. For me, I'm working to the second to the last chain, close to the end. So I insert my hook, pull up a loop, make a chain till is as wide as the other bag. If you made 20 chains when you started the other side, make sure you use 20 chains when you're starting here. That way one hand will not be longer than the other. Don't just be measuring the height. Okay, this one is longer. It's better you use number of chains. That is the most accurate way you can get your perfection. Yes, not by length, but by the number of chains, especially when you are still using that same yarn. So you hook it, you insert into the other end. As for me, since I inserted at the second to the last chain on one end, I'll be inserting also into the second to the last chain on the other end of my own bag, not the very last but the second to the last one, so that it's equal, it's the same, it's looking organized, it's not random. Is that okay? So I'll make a slip stitch there, pull it up, and then repeat what I did on the other side. Insert into the second loop, not the first one, not that first one, there is the second one. You insert and then make your slip stitch. So I keep working on that to the very end, and make sure your hand, the tension is as tight as possible, as tight as the hook allows. Yes, if it's very tight and neat, it will take time for the hand to slack. But if it is loose, just because you want to make your work easy, you'll notice that over time the hand will start to slack, especially when you start putting things into the bag or you start hanging it up. You notice that with time it's slacking because of those spaces you had in the bag, in the handle. Now you insert into the last chain. Remember when I said I inserted it to the second to the last? That is why you should not start at the very end, so you have space for when you'll be working your handle. So you insert into that last one. For me, I don't know where you started from, but I inserted into that last one, make my slip stitch at that point. And voila, that is the end of our tote bag. That is for a simple basic one, a simple basic one. So that's just it. Okay, see you at the next class.